Defense. Defense. Yeah, that should not hit the table, bro. Madden. Stop.
Can you give me that pen?
Or
Give me.
do you fidget?
Yeah.
Need a fidget spinner. Bring fidget spinners back, bro. Eat. We're live, bro. Got all that. We here? We ready?
Sure.
Snap back with T Mac here from we here from the 6M Ranch, son. Here on the prowl. Um, here to talk about this game, man. Talk about our defense and what we're doing out there on the field. Really, we're here to talk about Jaden Daniels. You know, he said it before the game, and you've heard him talk about it. And I thought it was pretty bold. He talked about wanting to go past Joe Burrow's record. Burrow had what, eight?
Eight.
Eight touchdowns. Jaden Daniels has 5. They got a score there before the end of the half. He's got one to Neighbors. He ran one in himself. Lacey has 2, and Thomas had an unbelievable catch and effort there at the end. A guy can just go get it, man. The deep ball, and then he stretches out and gets it into the end zone. Of course, like all year, our offense has been the most exciting part of this team. So the question going in, Madden, was how long, or we thought how long would Jaden Daniels play? Of course, he's trying to solidify himself in the Heisman race, which I think a lot of people have acknowledged that he's going to be in the top 3. But can he go do enough to win the trophy, the Heisman Trophy, and get enough votes? He's showing up tonight. He's doing it tonight. He's doing his part. And it's just, he amazes me every time he steps on the field, just how elusive he is. He gets to the second level.
He
it's
doesn't
just
get tackled.
no, it's just a little wiggle of the hips, and he's in the secondary, and it's unbelievable to me. I think the thing that's most frustrating, and I'm sure like all of the Tigers to watch, it's hard to watch our defense. You go out there and you have such a good product you put out on the offensive side of the ball, and on defense I think we just don't have a dude, man. Defense is a side of the ball where you feed off of each other and you go make plays, and you got one guy. You think about Honey Badger. You think about some of the great middle linebackers that we've had, and those are guys that once they make plays, the other defenders feed off of them. We don't have that dude. I mean, Perkins is a guy, he makes plays, but he's not a Devin White. He's not just a dog, that everybody sees his style of play and they want to try to be like him. We just don't have that guy. We got one question. This guy tonight must be really bored. Casey McKenzie is asking, how's the smoker doing? Thanks for your questions. Phone lines are busy right now. But the smoker did good, man. You know, we built the smoker out here on the ranch. I had a few yard birds, and um, we put some pork in there too. Came out pretty good.
It's
What you
good.
think?
It was amazing.
It was amazing. There you go. That answers your question there. Coach Jimbo Walker asking a question. Besides Vic, where does he rank on the list of most talented running quarterbacks you've seen? He's talking about Daniels, obviously. And I mean, honestly, the dude, he's got to be up there, man. Vic was pretty unbelievable. And I think I know it's early, but comparing Daniels to Michael Vick, um, Michael Vick had an extra gear. Daniels has that extra gear. It's hard for me to say that because Michael Vick was so electric. But every time you turn on the tape or you turn on the game, Jaden Daniels is doing the same things,
And
bro.
he can't just run; he can throw it too.
And he can put it on a dime. That was going to be my next comment. Michael Vick, he threw it okay. His accuracy was not very good. He could throw it a long ways. His touch was not very good. Jaden Daniels, to me, right now, and I'm anxious to see where it progresses. You know, he's got to get through this season, but at the pro level, how does that progress? Because what he's doing right now, I think it translates, you know, because he's not a guy that, to me, what I see, he's not a guy that's just out there relying on athletic ability. He understands the game. He understands the concepts. He understands when guys are covered, when he can tuck it and run because the defenders' backs are turned. He is just a complete package, and I'm happy for him, and I'm anxious to see what his future looks like. Jimbo, that's a great question. He's a guy that's he's unbelievable. He's doing a lot of things right, and more than anything, I love how humble he is and his approach and the way he comes across during interviews and just the person he is. What you got?
Do you think Daniels will be a starting quarterback if he's drafted to the NFL?
You know, that's a tough one to answer. You look at situations where guys get drafted. You look at Bryce Young, what he's doing. They're trying the baptism by fire with him. But you look back at it. You look at guys like Peyton Manning. He went out, same thing, played his rookie year, led the league in interceptions, and you look, he's had a Hall of Fame career. So the
C.J.
situation.
Stroud.
And then you look at C.J. Stroud. Good, that's right. He's C.J. Stroud's lighting it up. I mean, you can go all the way around the league. So I think he can be a starter at some point. Where he gets drafted and where their quarterback room is, will have a lot to say if he plays next year or not. In my opinion, for young quarterbacks, I think it's better for him to go sit, learn the ropes a year, and then go. But there's guys that just blow that rule out. You know, Patrick Mahomes sat a little bit and watched the guy in front of him. C.J. Stroud's playing at a tremendous level. You could go all the way around the NFL for the past few years, and there's really no rule, no set rule. Gordy Rush, how about this, bro? We were just talking about Coach Gordy Rush. Gordy Rush, we just saw you in the end zone, man, and it's like seeing, I don't know, Moses or I don't know who else, LeBron, Shaq on the sidelines. It's like that is Gordy Rush right there, man. After the
It's crazy.
it's crazy. He's a celebrity. He used to claim NOLA, used to claim Central. Now I think he claims Greenwell Springs. That's his hometown. Dan Danberg, I see you. Let me read this question before I just go reading what you asking because you never know what you. That is a great question, Danberg. He's asking Todd, how upset would you be if the Saints draft Daniels and he owns the Falcons the next 10 years? Dan, I would be upset, man. To me right now, I love seeing Jameis Winston and the great things that he's doing for the New Orleans Saints. And for a guy like Daniels to come in and take his job, I wouldn't be happy, man. I don't want to see them get anybody. Y'all had Drew Brees, man. That's enough. Y'all don't need any more good quarterbacks. So I say Jameis Winston needs to sign a lifetime contract with the Saints, and we'll be good there. Daniel Thornhill, you're right. That was a great question. I love when we get LSU guys that go to Atlanta, and we've had a few. We've had Russell Gage there. Uh, who else? Madden was there. The other linebacker.
For what?
He had a great career at LSU. Jones. Jones went to Atlanta, and then he kind of struggled. He had a good first couple years, and then just didn't pan out. But I love seeing guys go from LSU to go to Atlanta, and then making it hard on the Saints,
Yep.
because the Saints they don't seem to like drafting LSU guys. Dustin Bird, give me your Mount Rushmore of the chain gang. And I assume you're talking about Zachary football, Mount Rushmore for the chain gang. Number one, the first face is going to be Gordon Pee Wee LeBlanc.
For
I mean,
sure.
you think about chain gang, you think about Zachary,
It's the first thing that comes to mind.
you think about
Pee Wee.
Pee Wee LeBlanc. And then number two in my mind is Joey Keller. I mean, there's nobody in the history of the chain gang than Zachary that has been kicked out of more games or have had more games stopped, and Coach Brew having to stop. And when Coach Brew puts his hands on his hips and cocks his head sideways, he's mad. And I've seen him look at Joey Keller
Joey
that
gets
way.
in the other team's head when he's
Yeah,
on the
Joey
sideline.
gets in his own head too. So Pee Wee, Joey Keller, Birdie, I'm gonna throw you in there because you asked the question, and you giving us some love here on the snapback with T Mac. And then the number 4 spot, Madden, who you think? I don't know. Hess is Coach Hess he's giving it a strong run right now. This might be his first or second year, but he's having a hell of a rookie season. So for right now, we're gonna go with those 4. We're still looking for some officials though. I know we're talking about the LSU game, but it's kind of old news, kind of boring right now. But the high school playoff matchups is coming along. You got Zachary is headed to Destrehan. I'm gonna be going up there. They asked me to come help them with the broadcast. Coach Warren's gonna be out of town this week. And then you look over on the other side, you got Central and Dutchtown playing a big matchup. And then you got Walker. I forget who Walker's playing. Who's number 1, Madden? Who's number 1 in the 5A?
Can't think.
But anyway, you got a lot of good games going on, and then it's going to be exciting times. It is exciting times for Baton Rouge area football, and to see those matchups, see if Zachary can get a win, see if Central can get a win, and if you look at that potential matchup, that could be epic, and I'm sure it's one that both teams would love to play, and that's what it's all about. Walker and Rustin, there you go.
Yeah.
Pee Wee. I mean, the Mount Rushmore come through for us. I see you, Gene Stevens. Kelly Walls done joined in. Kelly Walls, I know y'all had an exciting time last night up there in North Louisiana. That had to be really big for Central fans and for that program. And I'm telling you, man, I've talked about it with my dad a little bit earlier today. You think about the possibility of a Central Zachary matchup, and the winner gets to go to the Dome, bro. Huh? There'd be some pressure on both sides. I think everybody in Baton Rouge that has ever picked up a football or ever watched a football game would be there. The energy, the excitement,
Be crazy.
the
That
nerves.
atmosphere would be crazy.
I'm telling you, the student section, y'all gonna be hype over there,
yeah,
bro.
for sure.
But it's why you play high school football. So if the football guys could come down and they could give us that matchup, I'm telling you, man, it'd be an epic week. It'd be an epic build up. But over here the Broncos, we got Destrehan's got a good football team. We got to go to Destrehan. We got to try to find some kind of way to get a dub, and then the rest of it will work its way out. Corey Arteta, great, man. I thought about this earlier. Wants to talk about the upcoming Backyard Wiffle Ball Bash. If y'all go look it up, Backyard Wiffle Ball Bash. My brother Tana has done it for 5-6 years now.
Rougarous in here?
As a fundraiser to his parents of his team. They work the event, but some of the best wiffle ball you've ever seen. My brother Tana's backyard is set up to the T. the fence. He has the concessions
Talk about
there.
a good atmosphere. That's a good atmosphere right there.
That is a great atmosphere. The music playing in the background. So it's going to be Black Friday. So we'll have Thanksgiving Thursday. Backyard Wiffle Ball Bash will start on Friday in Central at my brother Tana's backyard. It is one heck of a time, man. And there's some studs out there. Gene Stevens is a free agent this year, Coach. Coach Gene's been an MVP of the Backyard Wiffle Ball Bash.
Might need to get a pickup on the team.
Look, Coach Gene, we might need to get your number. We can discuss NIL deals with you here a little bit later on. Casey, don't be tagging nobody, man. So we'll get back to this game. What we want to see in this second half for the Tigers, we got to get some stops, man. And if that means for our defense, for Coach Matt House to go pressure more, I think you got to go pressure more because we're showing we're not good enough to rush forward. We don't have guys that can get off of blocks. We're young in the secondary. So go pressure. Go get in their face and see if you can get there, make them throw a few balls up. I mean, I don't know if it's Perkins. You think about back in the good old days, we pressured with safeties, with corners, with Honey Badger, with Patrick Peterson. It doesn't have to be generic, you know. So if you're not very sound on defense, go create a little bit. And I think that's what we're going to have to do. I know it's kind of late in the season for that. So I don't know, man. Rusty Fairchild, can anyone fill a gap? I think he's talking about, you know, the linebackers, the D-line. What is the most frustrating thing for me is to watch our D-line. And you watch Jefferson. I love what Jefferson does up front. His feet never stop. And then you look over, and I hate demeaning or talking about players, but I think one of the biggest letdowns this year has been Mason Smith. We expected him to be healthy and to come out and dominate the line of scrimmage, and you look at him at times, he gets his hands on guys and his feet just stop. He's just happy with being there leaning, and you look at the times when he does keep his feet going, he pushes his guy all the way in the backfield. And I don't think our guys have enough try in them to get off of blocks. You know, you can't be happy, and I hear coaches talk about it all the time, you can't be happy with being blocked. Get off of blocks and then go strain your body to go get a piece and make a tackle. It's just hard to watch. Harrison, talking about the Heisman race. Harrison had 3 catches for 30 yards, so that helps Jaden's bid a little bit. Travis broke his leg, which that was a tough injury to watch right there. I don't know if any of you saw it. Jordan Travis, the quarterback for Florida State, one of the most gruesome injuries I've ever seen. And if you don't like that kind of stuff, don't go Google it. And John's saying it's a 2-man race. Bo Nix lit it up tonight.
It's crazy good.
But Bo Nix played against a 3-7 team, but he did his part. He went out there and did what he was supposed to do. And that you got any questions over there? That amazes me. You look at Bo Nix, and he goes to Auburn, and, you know, he has a kind of a rocky road, and then he goes up there to Oregon, and, you know, this is his 18th year in college football, but he has been lighting it up. I think, it's his 6th year. He's 38 years old.
Played against Herbert, played against Burrow.
But he's not playing against the same type of talent that we're playing against every week here in the SEC. And I think if you ask Bo Nix, he would tell you the same thing because he's been in the SEC. What Casey McKenzie, I think he's watching. Casey, I'm going to put you on the spot. I asked you and told you we needed some Baton Rouge Rougarou jerseys for this backyard wiffle ball bash. You told me you'd come through. Can you talk to Mr. McKenzie about getting these Rougarou jerseys?
We need them. We already got our team set up. We're ready to win, but we need the jerseys to be able to win.
Yeah.
We need that support from the Rougarou. If you want us to support you, we need to support back.
There we go. Call him out. NIL deals. If you could bring any NIL deals to, it's my team. I'm the coach and Madden squad. We can discuss that. Phil's Oyster Bar, Rescom, whoever. Just if you want to bring those deals to the table, come on. Tommy Vandal. Tommy, I can't read that whole thing like that. He said if they don't give it to Daniels, it's some bull crud. I agree with you, man. And you look at it, and the more you watch national media, and you hear the same thing over and over that Jaden Daniels should get it. And I don't think there's any reason in my eyes why he shouldn't. You were talking about C.J. Stroud earlier. You saw his tweet to
Heisman.
Jaden Daniels, and he said Heisman. And they call that game recognizing game. You know, he sees it. He's a guy that's playing at a high level in the NFL, and he sees what our guy's doing. Scott Harrington, Knicks did all that in one half. I agree with you. He put up some numbers. He's almost punch for punch tonight, you know, with 5 touchdowns in the first half. It'd be interesting to see how long we let him go here. And I think if you're Coach Kelly, and I know if you're Jaden Daniels, Jaden wants to be in there.
Let him stay.
Jaden doesn't want to come out the game, and let him go play. And I think the thing I probably should have started this episode off with, or this broadcast off with, is our O-line. You can have faith that you can leave Jaden Daniels in the game because he's learned to protect himself as a runner. When he's getting downfield early in the year, he was taking some hits. Now he's realizing he's getting down. But our O-line is not letting him get touched in the pocket. And they've done an unbelievable job all year of keeping Jaden Daniels clean and letting him look down the field. And it's been really fun to watch because when you have a bad O-line, there's a lot of things that get called out. But our guys have been on point this year. Tommy said have to let him go. I agree with you. Let him play. Let him play the 2 quarters, send this thing out, see how many numbers he could put up.
There we go.
All right, so here we go. Back for the second half. Tigers are about to get the ball on this opening kick. It's 35-14. I know I'm going to stay up to watch, or else I'd probably be in bed. But I want to watch and see what Jaden Daniels is going to do the second half. What kind of numbers can he put up to go help his Heisman case? And y'all go put it out there. Anything you put on social media, put out there Jaden Daniels for Heisman. The dude deserves it. The more people can see it, the voters see it. Just part of life now. So go tweet about it. Go snap about it. Jaden Daniels. Let's go get this Heisman, bro. Huh?
Yep.
Defense. Y'all enjoy the second half. Snap back with T-Mac. We out.